all you crazy carvers. Now I'm doing this live to try and promote these detailing burrs for Kutzall. They come in a limited quantity and they're just for the sale, for this Black Friday sale. Is this thing live? I'm not used to filming this way, so we're going to try it this way only today. So just give me a few minutes to set up here, please. So why, Jordy, you're not sponsored by Kutzall? Why do you want to try and promote these awesome new detailing burrs for Kutzall? Well, I want to try and support these new detailing burrs for Kutzall because I want to convince Kutzall that they should always make them and always sell them, not just for this sale. And these are limited supply right now, these little detailing burrs. So I don't know how much they have. I don't know how much they have in stock. And happy Thanksgiving to all my fellow Americans. Well, I'm Canadian, so we don't have Thanksgiving on the same day as America. We already had ours. So it's about these burrs and this one too. This burr is new old stock. Mike was telling me, the owner at Kutzall, that they used to make these burrs and they discontinued them and then they brought them back out. There's a name of it, I forget. Now, if anybody has any questions, this will be for chainsaw carving for sure, to do eyes. If anybody has any questions, just get a hold of Spike. I'm not too sure if Evil Rick's going to be here today. I emailed him, but I never heard back from him. Maybe he's traveling the USA somewhere on his bike, his trike. But probably not, because it's not nice weather for riding bikes. So anyways, before they had these, you see these silver ones are more aggressive than the gold ones. Kutzall started off with the gold ones. Now I don't have a really good example because mine are all plugged up. But I'll show you this one that I haven't really used that much. It's a cylinder type. They started off with these gold ones. So you can see these are really fine. Now these, I'm not, okay, well, I'm going to be the used car salesman today. Forget it. These are awesome for detail carving. Before, for detail carving, I used to use little metalworking bits. You get like sets of them for 20, but they didn't do that good of a job. Now these things do a crazy job, crazy awesome job. The gold ones. Now, let me show you the two compared to each other. So here's what they started off with last year, and then the silver ones. Now, I'm not going to lie. They sent me these silver ones last year. They've had them. They did a little test run, and people like me to try them out to see what I thought about them. And I said I thought they were awesome. So I've had these silver ones for about, I'd say about a year. So there's a size difference. Those are both cylinder types. The gold compared to the silver. So the silver ones are the new ones. And I really hope that Kutzall just doesn't do a limited run of these. And I think this is the final test if they should keep making these silver ones or not. I'm not too sure. It's just my guess. And sometimes I guess lucky. Now, Spike has the code to my Kutzall affiliate program. And also for the Kutzall, so you can get these. They're on sale today for 30%. It's only one day, 30%, and the rest of the weekend they're going to be 20%. Then my other go-to burr right here, this one's unused, is the Kutzall Extreme Flame Burr. Let's get some better lighting here. See how spiky it is? This is my go-to burr right here. My favorite burrs to carve with are these Kutzall's Extreme Flame Burr that I just showed you, and the detailing burrs. Now, I don't know if I'm going to carve live on this video, But I do want to say when I remember, you guys got to remember, please, for all you just coming in here, I got a head injury and I forget shit all the time, and I don't write it down to remind myself, because if I write it down, I forget that I wrote it down. So there's no sense of writing it down. Now, see, I forget what I was going to say. Spike's, I got my thing set up here. Spike's going to send me things if anybody's got any questions. Okay, Aiden asks, what are the silver ones like compared to the gold ones? Well, the gold ones are a lot finer, Aiden, and the silver ones, if you're doing, say for example, if you're doing a little, I got a couple pieces of basswood here. Here's a little blocked out tree. They're both detail carvers for sure, but the silver ones are more aggressive, so they remove wood a lot faster than the gold ones. Now, if you put yourself, pretend they're the normal size burrs, right? Pretend they're the normal size extreme burr, but just pretend you're in little people land using these ones. So this one, the extreme flame, will remove wood like crazy, and this silver extreme will remove wood not so fast, but it will remove lots of wood too. So same with these for like the silver and the gold ones. Does that make sense? This one is a wood hogger, the extreme flame burr, and then the silver extreme it removes wood fast, but not like the extreme. Same for those little silver and gold cutters too. The detail burrs. Now, I don't know if any of you are aware, but I started a new group on Facebook. It's called Beginning Dremel Carvers. Now, the group's growing rapidly, fast. And I'm going to go to that group on Facebook. I know a lot of you on YouTube aren't on Facebook, but I'm going to go to that Facebook and do a live demonstration for these burrs and all the burrs that I use after this. So it's Beginner Dremel Carvers on Facebook. I think there's already like 16,000 people in there. So a fellow named Dan is a moderator there. Spike is too. So hopefully they'll both be there to answer anybody's questions. But I'm going to start spending a lot more time in there. Now, I do have a group on Facebook. It's a private group. It's called Carving Fusion Members. And there's only a few hundred people in there. You have to answer the security questions to get into that group. So it's called Carving Fusion Members. And the security question is Carve Deeper. So when you like log on to Facebook and you search for Carving Fusion Members group, when you try to get into that group, there'll be some questions that you have to answer. Now, there's some people that I know personally, like online friends from carving, that have tried to join that group. They did not answer the security questions. I did not let them enter. Because you've got to pay attention sometimes. Now, so you guys, I know a lot of people don't have a lot of money right now, but if you can afford to get these burrs right now, listen, I'm a total used car salesman today, trying to sell you guys these burrs because I want to try and make these burrs have it so Kutzall has them all the time, not just for this sale. Because once you use these type of detailing burrs for when you're doing detailing, I'm telling you right now, you'll be thankful. They sell them in packs like this, so you get 4 when you buy a set. And I always keep my little detailing burrs. See, I got all these used ones. I keep them in this box because if you don't, you're going to lose them. Now, another good burr here. See, I think this is the silver one. Is the flame burr, little miniature flame burr. So let me get the new flame burr here and show you the size difference. Now, on this video, I don't know if I need to go over all the burrs that I've used. And trust me, I've used all of them. Good chance any burr out there I've used. So there's a size difference for the flame burr and the little detailing burr. Let me show you a brand new silver detailing burr. Compared to the flame burr. These aren't cheap, I know. But I'm telling you right now, they're worth it. 100% they're worth it. Anyways, I'm not too sure how long this live's going to be. We're going to run it for a little bit. Has anybody got any questions? Spike can message me. Tell me that you have a question. See, these ones are the original. Flames Detail Originals. Oh, which would I recommend? I see that question, but I can't see it. Spike's going to have to... which ones would I recommend? The gold ones or the silver ones? Well, if you want to... that's kind of a tricky question. Good question, but it's kind of a tricky question. If you want to remove lots of wood small, with like say if you want to work on this tree and you want to remove lots of small carvings with this tree, I'd suggest a silver one. If you want to do little detailings, I'd suggest actually, you know what? I'd suggest the gold ones. That's like no used car salesman. That's the truth. I'd suggest the gold ones. But these ones are just as awesome too. They have different purposes. Yeah, starting out, if you're going to do little bulk carvings. Okay, so do you guys want me to do a little bit of live carving for the Facebook group, Beginning Dremel Carvers? I'm not going to just show these burrs. I'm going to show all the burrs that I use, like these metalworking burrs and stuff. Anybody, because these work good for hardwood, right? These metalworking burrs. But lots of people on that Facebook group do not know. Like, it's Beginning Dremel Carvers, and lots of people are like oblivious to it. Don't know about my YouTube channel. They don't know who I am. They just seen a picture of a wood spirit on the face for the thing. And that's that. So anyways, you guys, if you can afford to get these burrs today, get them. It's going to cost you a couple bucks, but I'm telling you right now, you'll be happy you did, and you're going to save yourself 30%. And then we have a good chance of keeping these on the market all year long. I think the normal price for these 4 burrs is like $80-something plus shipping, I think. But I think today they're like, with the 30% off, I think they're like $56 or something. So you guys, do I need to do a little bit of carving here on this? I got a piece of, this is Douglas fir. This is hardwood. And this piece of Douglas fir is hardwood. See, when you're using these little burrs, they're good for little projects like this little Santa gnome that I did. For getting in those little crevices and stuff like that. You know, diamond burrs are good too for getting into little things. But like doing little undercuts underneath this hat, that's what these little burrs are good for, is doing when you're doing stuff like this. Or little gnomes or like little trees. I guess you guys want to see how the 2 different bits cut? You want me to show you the silver ones cutting a bit? We can carve this tree a bit. It's just a little basswood tree. Now, I guess I'll start off with the flame burr, the little flame. Well, no, I guess which one do you guys want to see me start with? We got these little round burrs are good too, that they come in here. Okay, we'll start off with the little flame silver burr. I'm not going to film. I'm not really set up to do carving on here too much. But and then we'll also use this one here too. This gold burr, that's a nice burr. Now saber-tooth burr has, I know they have the exact same burr, but you guys got to realize saber-tooth got the idea from Kutzall. Kutzall was around long before saber-tooth was. That's kind of why I chose Kutzall too to be. I'm not sponsored by Kutzall. I'm just an affiliate. So yeah, on the Facebook group, I'm gonna go over lots of the burrs that I use. So we're putting in the flame burr here. Now just let me sit down and have a sip of coffee here, if you guys don't mind. If anybody's got any questions. Can you guys see in this area here? So like right below my hand, it's all you guys' comments and stuff like that. But up here, you guys can see no problem. I'm just gonna have a quick puff and a sip of coffee. This is me warming up for Facebook, because I'm telling you right now, I think when I go into the Facebook group and carve, there's gonna be lots of questions. And old Spiky Boy is gonna be a busy man. This tree is already blocked out. It's already rounded, so we'll just do some carvings in the trunk, because I can round off the edges in this one. What do you guys want to see me do with this bit here? This is the flame burr. The mini flame, the little people flame burr. How about I just wood spirit? No, we don't have time today. How about I just round off these corners on this with this one? That's what I'll use the flame board, this little one for. It's just kind of rounding off corners, removing wood in little people land. 3, 2, 1, ignite the dust collector. So let's just get rid of this sharp edge here. So normally I just pull out my Kutzall Extreme to round this off like that. But you can see how I got rid of the sharp edge really quick. It's rounding everything off. Now let's pull out the for the new silver burrs, silver detailing Kutzall burrs. Let's pull out the little this one here. It's like a friggin' thing. I forget the name of it. A taper burr. It's like a miniature taper burr. So where's the larger taper burr? Well, here's a extreme taper burr. So you can see the size difference. So all I'm going to do with this is just this would be a little gnome or a wizard wearing a hat. Like I said, this is a piece of basswood. So I'm going to carve a little hat in here. And his nose would be there. All right. So now why these little burrs are good too, this little taper burr, because you can use it on its edge, then you can use it flat to remove lots of wood. Okay, so all I'm going to do is cut along this line. This would be the gnome's hat. Okay, so I got that line cut in there. We've got kind of bad lighting here today, don't we? Is that better? So now I'm going to remove that wood below the hat. When I'm going to use this bit on its side. Okay, so there's your hat established. Now let's draw on a nose. Center line always. My gnome noses are never really that. They should be, well, big, fat, puffy, round things. To get the big, fat, puffy, round noses like Just Carve Rob does, you need to carve a lot deeper. The hat deeper and everything like that too. So let's do a cut around the nose here. Okay, you guys can see the depth that I got cut in there with this. Now remove the wood. See, I'm using it on its side. First of all, I used the point. Now I'm using it on the side to remove wood. These burrs for small carvings like this, I don't care. These burrs for small carvings like this, I don't care who you are or what you say. These burrs are definitely a game changer. See how fast they're removing the wood? Little people burrs. That's what I'm going to call these. The little people burrs. All right, so there's our, so if you want to get that nose to stick off farthest from the face, take that hat back. Just like the wood spirit eyebrows. Carve them deeper. Let me see if anybody's asked any questions. Nope, no questions. Okay, so let's draw on the mustache. I wasn't planning on doing a live carving here. We'll give this fellow big old mustache. All right. So once again, if anybody wants a link for these little new Kutzall detail burrs that are just a limited supply, Spike will share the link. So I'm going to cut on the outside of the mustache and on the inside of the mustache. And this is still using that silver, the silver one. See how I'm laying it outside? Okay, so you see that deep cut in there? That's why these little burrs are awesome if you're going to do little carvings like this. Cut deeper below the nose. Like this burr is such a great little multi-purpose burr. You use the tip to carve deep, then you use the side of it to remove lots of wood. All right, so you see how I push that mustache back underneath the cheekbones? And I'm going to cut on the inside. All right, see how fast this is working. Now basswood it's softwood, but it's not that soft. I think basswood is actually registered as a hardwood. Don't hold me to it. Just remove the, so now what I'll do is I'll pull out the flame burr to do some bulk removal inside this mustache, all right? Okay, so let's remove some bulk removal inside here. Normally, I would pull out the Kutzall Extreme Flame Burr for this. So there you go. Look, it's just that easy. Now, I think I've done all the bulk removing on this. Now I'm going to switch over to the little gold bear to do some, but you can see how fast he's cut for little cutters. Basically carved this whole thing with that. And trust me, you get, what is it? I got to think about what I was going to say there. So where's the gold one? Where's the little gold? Here it is. So I'm going to use a little gold paper burr. Either this one's a bit plugged up, but this is the gold paper burr. So what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to do some undercuts. I'm going to undercut underneath the hat. Okay, you got to have little undercuts underneath the hat. I'm going to carve his bottom lip in. I'm going to dig into each corner deep. I'm going to round it off. Let's do his bottom lip first. Can you guys see fine? I'm going to have a quick sip of coffee. All right, so bottom lip. There you go. It's just that easy. The little bottom lip in there. This guy's got an attitude. So now I'm going to do an undercut underneath the hat. There's our undercut done underneath the hat. I got to smooth that undercut down, especially on the nose. Kind of shape that nose with this one too. Okay, so there's our block out of our gnome. See how nice and smooth these gold ones cut. So that's what I mean. That's what I mean. They both have different purposes in little people's world. These new silver burrs, silver detailing burrs from Kutzall, remove wood fast for little people and fat people like me. And then the gold ones work slower, and you make it so you can do the detailing. Now I carve lots of eyes with these for wood spirits with this exact burr right here. Now with this burr, this is the gold one. I'm going to do some gnome hairs. I'll just do a few. See why you do that undercut underneath the hat, because you could push your burr under there and make it so the gnome hairs look like they're coming out from underneath the hat. Sign your pieces. Boom, just like that. I'm just going to hit it with Scotch-Brite on the sanding mandrel. I say turn your Dremels down when you do this, but if you're going to do it only for a few seconds, it's okay to do it. There. So without this is without this without these little burrs, this would have taken a lot longer. That's how speedy the little burrs make things speedy. No, I think that's going to be it. Oh yeah, I'll show you. I'll just do a little eye carving. We'll pretend that on with one of these silver ones. I'll carve a quick eye, pretending it was a wood spirit eye or something. This is the taper one, the silver one. These burrs are awesome for detail carving. No, Ray. Actually, it wasn't. But thanks. I don't need to make my own brushes. It's just easier to buy them. I know a lot of people don't have a lot of money to make their own brushes, but just easier to buy them. They're cheap enough. But thanks. Yeah, that's right. They do. They do. So does anybody got any useful questions for me to read out and answer? So there's a quick little gnome in basswood using those little bits. That's how awesome they are. Hey, Just Carve Rob, glad you made it, bud. Glad you ordered a set. Now, Just Carve Rob knows how useful these little burrs are because, well, Just Carve Rob is like the master at little carvings like this, little gnomes and stuff. This is one of Just Carve Rob's original carvings. This was carved with a knife. So Just Carve Rob is master at doing these little caricatures and stuff like that. So like I suggest, 30% off on these burrs, because if you don't get them today, they're going to be a lot more expensive. And why I said earlier in this video, Just Carve Rob, why I'm really doing the used car salesman on these burrs here is because, well, I want Mike from Kutzall to be convinced that they can. I want them to be convinced that they're awesome little burrs, and we'll all use them, and they'll make them all year long, not just for this sale. Because, like I said, I've been using these for. I've had this silver set for about another silver set for about 6 months or something, 7 months. Kutzall sent them to me early to try out and what I thought about them. So get them while you can. Some people don't have the money to do it, but if you don't get these little ones, you got to buy the little metalworking kit. Burrs. Hey James, good for you, man. Welcome. I'm not going to be just saying hello to everybody today because, like I said earlier, after this live, that I'm going to go over to my Facebook group. You got that link again, Spike? Beginning Dremel carvers on Facebook. I'm going to be going over there and doing a live demonstration because most people here know about the Dremels and the flex shafts and all the burrs and stuff like that. Lots of people in the Dremel group do not know. It's called beginners. And the picture of the group is one of my wood spirits, and they just joined because they want to learn. And they know nothing really about it. Some of them just bought a Dremel. Some of them are going to buy a Dremel. And they don't know anything about any burrs or anything like that. So I'm not a huge fan of Facebook groups. But I figured that that one's growing fast. I think there's like 16,000 people in there now. And it's only been going for a couple months. So I figured if I'm going to have that group, I better show people what's going on here at Carving Fusion. And we got to support these silver burrs, everybody. We got to get them. Come on, Kutzall, make them all year long. Just Carve Rob can vouch for them because he uses his gold ones all the time. He loves them, don't you, Just Carve Rob? Got a link to Just Carve Rob's YouTube channel there? Spiker. He's the king of the caricatures. So right after this live, about 10 minutes after here, I'm going to do my first Facebook live demonstration. Maybe get some people from that Facebook over to my... Hey, Dave. Over there, Duncan. Good for you, man. Congrats. You'll love them. Can we get them in the UK, Jordy? I'm going to lower my phone so I can read some comments for a few minutes. I think shipping to the UK... Oh, I don't know if I can do it. Can you guys see? I think shipping to the UK would cost a lot of money because it's Kutzall. It's like shipping from Kutzall is not cheap. So I think that the UK would be pretty expensive. I think that our the Canadian Postal's been on strike for so long. I think they're back and running again. I got some carvings I got to ship out from a giveaway. What yacht varnish, Ray? The yacht varnish. Yeah, anything marine is the best. Any marine varnish or marine spar thing, anything that says marine is the best. Well, it should be the best because, well, it's for when you're out in the water, right? That direct sun. Hello there on Amazon, UK. These little silver burrs are. Kutzall already put them on the Amazon UK. That'd be good for you. maybe you can just get these burrs free shipping within the USA for Kutzall right now. And thanks for being here, Spike. Thanks for all the hard work that you do, bro. Too bad Rick's not here. Shout out to Evil Rick anyways. Oh, nice. So there you go. You can get them on the UK Amazon. Perfect. That's good to know. So we got this little piece of Douglas fir here. I'll just sand off. I'll just make a piece smooth here. Then I don't even need to make it smooth. We'll just cut it an eye quickly with this one. So all you do, and this is just like a fast eye. It's not really a realistic eye. Well, I guess it could be. Actually, let me get my extreme. Let me get a burr on there and make it smooth first. Let's see here. Use my micro motor. This is my raw micro motor. This card, Rob says, I used Jordy's link to get the Kutzall burrs. He said he'd beat me up if I didn't use it. That's right, this card, Rob, because it's going to be me. It's going to be me talking to Mike over at Kutzall, trying to convince him that we need to have these burrs all year long. Okay, so I got a couple areas smoothed out. Now here's one of those cheap Chinese cutting burrs. These things are dangerous. They will cut you. They will cut. You can carve eyes with these too. So all I'll do is, oh boy. You got a dot here and a dot there. See those two dots? With that burr, all I'll do is plug deep into. Okay, yeah, let's just use this. Let's just use this silver taper burr, this brand new one. I'll plug deep into this corner, then I'll spin it around and I'll plug deep into that corner. And then I'll connect the two and make it look round inside there, right? So that will be your eyeball itself. Then after you do that, the more rounder you make it, the better. Then you can cut the eyelids in. Three, two, one, go. So there's the one plug-in, right? And I'm going to flip it over. And this is for a wood spirit, right? So there's the two plugins, right? Now you connect them both. And I'm not taking my time, but when you're doing eyes and you're learning how to do eyes, this is when you really want to take your time. Little cut across. There, look, there's already your eyeball in there. Now see how deep I plugged into each corner? No, so this will be the top eyelid and the bottom one. Take that eyelid, that bottom eyelid down closer to the eyeball, round it off too. So there's an eye. Now you can put little your little black part pupil wherever you want. So it's looking that way. Okay. There you go. Now you can give it some little, what are they called? Crow's feet. Give it some lines under here. So there's a left eye looking that way. Now so I use that with the silver detailing burr, the new silver one. Now let's use the gold one. And you got to remember that this Douglas fir is hardwood. So here's the gold one. It's a little bit plugged up. Now I run a Dremel 4000 with a cheap on-off foot pedal. I really suggest you get the foot pedal. All right, so let's do the same. So there's that one. Let's do the same on this one. Dot, dot. So you plug into this side, spin it around, plug into the other side, and then connect the two. The more deeper that you plug it, you don't want to plug too deep, but the more that you plug into the corner here, carve deep, and connect the two, the rounder it's going to be. I use these bits all the time. Actually, I got a piece of cottonwood bark here. Where'd it go? Somewhere. So this is the gold one, all right? The gold little people burr. See how I don't even draw my eye on? Boom. 2 plugs, right? Now just connect the two. Round it off inside there. See that? Now let's do our top eyelid. Now you see, excuse me. When I first started carving eyes, they were always flat. And I learned this. I don't know if I learned this from Just Carve Rob or Just Carve Rob learned it from me, but whatever. We learned from each other. Now you want to, it's round inside. You can make it rounder. Now you want to make your eyelid, top eyelid rounder than there too. So you want to put your bit inside there. You want to, hold on. You want to follow that round line inside there. So there's your top eyelid. But take your time. Don't rush like I am. Now the bottom eyelid. Right, so we got a top eyelid, we got a bottom eyelid. Now let's remove the wood below the eyelids. Kind of make that eyelid more rounder up there. Take the eyelids down closer to the eyeball itself. the top eyelid, so this would pretend this would be a left eye. The top eyelid needs to, the outside of the eyelid, top one needs to overhang the bottom one. So there's your top eyelid, your bottom eyelid. You can do this like a what's it called, your tear duct or something. Give a little cut there. Take that eyelid down, make it more rounder. There you go. There's a perfect left eye. Well, not perfect. Now let's put the thing, the black part in the... So there you go. That one's done with the silver. That one's done with the gold. Now, if you want to get really crazy, I got to find it. You can get your little diamond burr. Just give me a second here, please. I got a dull diamond burr, and you can burn some details in there too, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it. And I don't want to spend too much time looking for it. Give me 1 minute to try and find it. But anyways, you can get a real pointy diamond bit, and that's dull, and then you can give it some real fine lines. You can also use like a little metalworking bit like this. Use that sharp point to really separate the eyeball from the eyelid. All right, congratulations. I'm glad they had them on the Amazon. Yeah, I don't know where that bit is. Give me another second, please. Yeah, the more, you guys, I have so many freaking burrs. If there's a new burr out there, oh, here it is. No, that's not it. Damn it. If there's a new burr out there to buy, I'll buy it just to see what it's about. Just like they're starting to sell the knockoff Kutzalls on Amazon. I just ordered a red one. They're like the... see, this is a Dremel knockoff Kutzall, but this isn't, what's it called, tungsten steel. This is just steel, and it leaves ugly marks in the wood. So yeah, the Chinese are starting to clue in onto what the good cutting burrs are. But I just ordered one on oh, here we go. I just ordered one on Amazon. The red one. I know it's a waste of money, but I want to show everybody that it's a waste of money. So here's a very dull diamond burr. I made it dull on purpose. See, it's all burnt. I think I put it outside on the cement. Now, if you want to really separate that eye from that eyelid, just do a nice fine cut right here. Now, this doesn't, I don't think my Dremel runs fast enough, but my microcarver, my RAM microcarver runs fast enough where I can burn the wood using this at the same time. Let's just do a quick little thing here. See how it's burning the wood a little bit? But you can just use the tip of it. just to separate that eye, clean up the eyeball, make it more rounder. But just push very soft. Now I'm going to put this diamond burr on my Ram micromotor. I'm running the iCube. If you're a beginning wood carver or even a seasoned wood carver, I suggest to get one of these micromotors. But we're not going to go into that. Ooh, we're not going to go into that today. Look how fast you can swap out the burrs. So let's just see how well. Let's turn it up pretty well maximum. Watch how easy this burns the wood. Oops, wrong pedal. Anyways, so I think I'm going to leave it at that. I'm probably going to carve this little tree on the Dremel in the y'all. Did you send this? Just carve it. I'll paint it and send it to you. I think that's going to be about it for this live today. I hope some of you guys that can afford it are able to get these little silver burrs. Help support Kutzall. And you're helping, so by the way, I make a couple bucks. You're helping support the Carving Fusion channel too. And I'll probably use that money for shipping for a prize for Larry Dibb's Watcher Challenge. I need to probably have a prize for my Christmas challenge too. One of mine rocks. One of mine rocks. Right on, man. Hope you're able to afford it anyways. Like I said, times are tough out there. It's a crazy world we live in. But if you can afford to get these today is the day. Well, tomorrow and the rest of the weekend they're on sale for 20%. But they're a game changer. Are these a game changer? Just carve, Rob? The gold ones that you got? Oh, maybe we should try this one. I haven't used this yet. This is new. Where'd that piece of where's that? Let me find that little piece of bark that I got, please. I just friggin' had it. Oh, here's a piece of bark. So here's a little piece of bark that I had to do a gnome with a beard, but maybe I could do an eye on here because I want to try this for doing eyes. All the burrs that I use are friggin' 1/8 for my Dremel. Just carve. Rob uses the different size shafts for his things, but I just use 1/8 for my Dremel and my micromotors. Yeah, and don't forget the sales for these big burrs too. This is my go-to burr here for my Fordham or my die grinder. Yeah, good for you, James. Let me see this. Let me just now this is a really fine burr. The gold ones. Oh, somebody has a message held for review. Bad. I'd have to clean up this bark quickly. Yeah, let's do it. Let me get the proper burr on here. Well, I'll just use my brand new Kutzall Extreme Flame burr. This hogger, my favorite burr is right here. Boom. Boom. Man, I got so many friggin' kind of not sharp extreme flame burrs. I probably got like 50 of them. Okay. Trying to carve oak is like trying to carve petrified wood. I have, I have the hardest wood in the world here. But there's no, if you have access to softwood, carve the softwood. Makes no, unless you want to carve the hardwood. Myself, I'll carve softwood. This piece of Douglas fir, this is hardwood. So now where's that Goldberg on? I'm kind of getting excited here. I'm kind of getting to Geordie land, where everything's crazy and how's this go in there? Okay, so let's try this gold burr out for the first time. And these are a limited supply too. So if you guys can afford it, pick it up. So same thing. I'm going to plug into each corner. I got 2 dots there. All right. Go deeper. No, the bottom eyelid. Top eyelid. You guys see what's going on there? Take your eyelids down. Oh, very nice. Okay, so you can see there's a bottom eyelid, a top eyelid. Now I'm going to dig inside that eyeball a bit deeper. Oops, a little bit too deep there. Or if you don't like the eyeball, you can just carve it out. All right. Yes, I love it. I love how the edges of it are perfectly straight. It's got a nice small tip. Yeah, I have a few videos about my desk collector table. Anyways, there you have it. The new burrs. Love them. And I'm not saying that being a used car salesman. If I'm going to be a used car salesman, I'd be like, oh, wow, I really love them. You really need to get them. Now, what am I going to carve in the Dremel carving table? The Dremel carving room. Now, does anybody... Yep, congratulations to anybody getting them. And you guys, trust me. Trust me. You guys getting them is supporting the channel, and it's supporting Kutzall, and it shows them. Uh-oh. It shows... Where's that bird? It shows Kutzall that they should keep making the burrs. And they'll always be available. Not just for this sale. Did Spike message me any questions? No questions? There you have it, everybody. The brand new Kutzall silver detailing bits. You see what I did with them? And you see what I did with that gold one. Cottonwood bark, super soft, everybody. It holds detail. And you see how I carved the eyes? Which way did it go? I think it went this way. And it's super quick. When you're doing the eyes, just take your time. Hey, Darren, trees to these. Thanks, man. Anyone looking for soapstone? I carve soapstone. But soapstone is super hard on your dust collector, on the bearings. Whereabouts are you? The person that's selling the soapstone or offering soapstone? See if somebody... No questions. Just Carve Rob made it to his mom's for Thanksgiving dinner. Happy Thanksgiving, Just Carve Rob, and to his mom and everybody. Yeah, I gotta send you one of my little gnomes. Just Carve Rob. Maybe not. Maybe carve you a better one, but I got hundreds of yours. South Carolina. There you go. If anybody's looking for any soapstone to carve, soapstone is softer than this cottonwood bark to carve. It's just friggin' messy. If you don't have a water drip system. Thanks, Darren. Trees to these. Okay, everybody. So I think that's going to be it for this one. There's a demonstration. Like I said, these are 30% off today. For the rest of the weekend, they're 20% off. And I don't know how many of these things they have, how many kits they have. So maybe they're sold out already. I'm not too sure. Carbon Fusion, over and out. Happy Thanksgiving, all you Americans. Lucky buggers eating turkey or ham or something tonight. How can you send me a carving? Well, I got lots. I don't have the rooms for carvings anymore, but you can say, oh, if you want to send me a picture, send it to CanadianOneDude@gmail.com. If you want to send a YouTuber a carving, Larry Dibbs loves to get carvings from YouTubers. I just don't have the space unless you could go outside. Or you got my email, Spike? And don't take offense to that, please. Thanks, Rob. Yeah, I know you'll love them for sure. This one's kind of neat looking. Yeah, that's it for me here. So once again, Spike, do you have a link to the Dremel group? If you're still here, old Spiky boy, because I'm going to be carving live in Dremel in about 20 minutes. And I'm going to really slow down and talk about all the different carving bits I use, the Dremel I use, and this flex shaft, and I'm going to go over everything. There it is. There's the, it's anybody can join. There's no security questions or anything. Thanks, Spike. Guys, Spike just posted the link. So I'm going to get out of here, make another coffee, have a puff, and set up for the Dremel thing, because that's going to be Jordy, 1 foot tall owl in a nook. Whereabouts are you? That's cool. Shipping's not cheap these days, by the way. Yeah, I got to build that Just Carve Rob shelf too. That's been on my mind, actually. Hope you're doing good, Just Carve Rob. Love you, bro. And I don't know. Let's get that. We're going to get that thing going for you, me and Spike. I've seen your channel. Sounds good. Fun to try cart. Yeah, well, somebody just offered some soapstone that's in this chat. I got lots of it still. The soapstone I got from around here is green, and it's got some like, well, what's that? The longer you carve it and you leave it outside, it will kind of go rusty color. I don't know. It's got some metal shit inside of it or something. Okay, everybody, that's it. Thanks. Hope you get the bits. Canadian, if you want to send me a picture of the carving, CanadianOneDude@gmail.com. Not the word, just the number.